With a price increase of almost 21%, Luna Classic has reached a significant level of resistance from which a breakout is imminent. This level of resistance may be breached in the next couple of days, signaling a potential breakout for Territory Classic. Let's cut to the chase if you're a Territory holder in a class where watching this video is a must. Over the previous several days, we have seen Territory Classic converge on a price range of 0.31 to 0.0 to 2.0%. The true cause of this is the 102.13% price hike that occurred over a 3-day period. The market is also consolidating, testing the waters between two previously established levels of resistance and support. We need to obviously breach the level of resistance around the 30,231 mark. As I indicated at the beginning of the video as we prepared for the next push-up, we've gone hits in once or twice, and now we're arguing about who gets to keep it. This seems to be the third occasion. Given the impending catalyst, such as a 1.2% burn in just a few weeks, I expect to see one of two outcomes in the next few days. That much is plain to see. Number one, there will be a breakout. The old roof and floor will be torn out and replaced with brand new ones. Now, we can get a sense of how high this breakout is by drawing some Fibonacci retracement and extension levels from the prior high we had to the prior low. So, the next theoretically reaching level is roughly this with no further cost at all. It is clear that we have now entered the next phase of the Fibonacci sequence. If we manage to go past the REO to 3 threshold, I anticipate a rise to, say, 3, with 5 as the possible following step. Going this route to advance wouldn't be completely out of the question. To reach the 3.6% Fibonacci extension level, the price needs to rise by a little over 31% from its recent all-time high. Next, as I mentioned, we move into the higher pricing ranges. We may either go to the 460 mark, which is a 50% increase, or we can raise to the 50,251 mark. It seems that our aim is little off target. After making a 3, we expect to make a 1 at 4, and then we'll likely make a 4, 1, and 2 before retracing our steps below. So, some of the more expensive goals we could achieve would be around the 4-row, 4-5, or 5-1 mark, or even further, in all candor. The question, at least in my perspective, is no longer whether or not we will break this level of resistance, but rather what price we will reach after we activate the catalyst we have in store. Because I anticipate that we will sometime within the next few weeks. There are just so many major events on the horizon. The main question is whether or not the current push will be enough to carry us past this level within the next 24 to 48 hours, at which point we would set a new high, as I mentioned, at about the 384,035, possibly 4,142 level. And then we'll consolidate at that new level of resistance for a few days. Then, when the bone finally comes out, we'll surge even farther. Is Luna Classic still seeing the same degree of opposition and support it has over the past few days, or has that changed? This could be a push-up if we're pretending to be in this situation again. We might encounter a wall at the 3-hour mark, only to retrace our steps upwards, downwards, or sideways. And then over the following few days to a week from now, break through this level of resistance and then shoot up to, like I said, I think the 4-row mark for me is one of the price objectives I'm keeping an eye on for the next level. We could theoretically reach that height by jumping. One of the crypto markets that has dropped below roughly $20,000 for Bitcoin is crucial to this, in my opinion. The community's mood and the value of Tesla Classics could be affected if it continues to decline and leave a trail of its own. But as you can see, we are creating higher lows as time goes on. And we are also slowly but surely reaching bigger highs, which is precisely what we saw in the price earlier. Another major release to the public. We were able to crack a few of the levels, and then the percentages started to spike up to around 100. It seems as though the classic Terra Luna price is entering something of a wedge. Again, over the next 2-3 days, maybe even in the next 24 hours for the territory. I would expect either a break to the upside or a break or retrace to the negative and retracing down some of these 23, 21 levels. As I mentioned before, the success of the burn is the single most important factor in determining the traditional price over the longer period, by which I mean 2 to 3 weeks. On September 12th, we know the burn will be in full swing. The burn amount, however, is going to be zeroed out, and for that sum, The code specifies that a parameter change submission is required. In addition, on the 19th of September, a week after the 12th, we will have formally established a burn rate of 1.2%. The official burn rate on the blockchain will be 1.2% on September 12th and will be reset to 0% on the blockchain at some point before then. It could be sooner, but that's the date I'm looking at. We all know how important it is to maintain a reasonable level of sound, and I believe that the fear of missing out increases with more volume. The volume, in all candor, appears to have settled around the hundreds of millions to the $500 million figure. The potential for burning 25 billion tokens on the first day and approximately 1 trillion tokens per month is really encouraging, in my opinion. It's possible that 100 billion tokens a day might be burned, or as much as 3 trillion tokens a month if the Terra Classic price rises to where it was just a few days ago. And this is what we need to see if we desired some of these lofty price targets, such as the 5.1 mark, how even the 607. And possibly even breaking a zero to get to the 10th of a penny level, although these scenarios are quite unlikely. The adverb very is used again to emphasize how great these are. There are significant unfilled market needs that we must address. A market capitalization increase of 1.5 times is required. So, a valuation of $5 billion would be necessary for Terra Classic. It's plausible, especially if the crypto market is rising and fear of missing out, FOMO, is at an all-time high. However, the extent of the burns must once again be considered. Nonetheless, I anticipate that this wall of resistance will crumble within the next few days as the fear of missing out, FOMO, and hype take hold and gain momentum. The forward motion continues towards the imminent detonation time. And again, when the burn arrives, how big it is depends on how big it is initially and how big it is over the next couple of days, e.g. Does the burn maintain or does it fall? That, I believe, will be decisive. If it will consolidate for a few weeks or months before falling back down to the $5 level where it started the burn, or if it will push up to some of the even higher price predictions. The stars, however, are aligned in favor of Terra Classic. A breakthrough appears to be imminent. In the last 24 hours, the price has been increasing at an exponential rate. So, things are looking excellent once again. Please share your thoughts with me. Would you find any use in the chats that I've dropped here? If you are local, please subscribe. Please have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later.